start your presentation right now.
All right. Hello, Dragons.
Hello.
Thank you for having us here today. My name is Ziam,
My name is Ishmael.
and we are the founders of EcoFlow. Did you know that every year, over 400 million tons of plastic waste is generated worldwide? And cleaning and beauty industries are among the biggest contributors to this. What if I told you that we have a solution that eliminates plastic waste at zero cost to businesses? Wait, what? No, it's what if we told you that that we have a solution that eliminates plastic waste at zero cost to businesses while creating a profitable and scalable business model? Sea Dragons, the issue is clear. Companies in the cleaning and beauty industries rely heavily on plastic packaging, and these end up in landfills and oceans. These companies want to go green, they want to switch to a more sustainable packaging. But what's stopping them? 3 reasons: high costs, complex logistics, and limited options.
So Dragons, we found a solution to this and we produce EcoFlow. EcoFlow is going to provide sustainable packaging and products to these companies. And how are we going to do that? These are going to be free. As you heard Dragons, I said free. It's going to be totally free for the businesses to make the adoption easy. Because of the high prices of the sustainable packaging, the other companies who are providing right now is very expensive and makes it a little bit difficult for the businesses to adopt it. So we're gonna provide it for free. So you must be wondering how we're gonna do that. How we're gonna provide it for free. So we have an idea for that. We are going to reach brands and we will have brand collaborations, advertising, and refill paid services for some companies like cleaning companies. We are going to ask brands to pay us to advertise their brand on our product, and using those advertisement funds and the refilling services, paid services which we are going to provide to the cleaning services, and the premium customization also is paid for the beauty care companies and the cleaning companies are going to be paid. We're going to use that money to produce our sustainable product. So once we have that product, we are going to provide them to the businesses for free. And why are the businesses going to pay us to advertise them? As you know, that advertisement is one of the major factors of a successful business. Like I've heard that Red Bull spend 70% of their revenue on advertisements, right? So it will be easy to convince them that they can pay us and to advertise them. They're gonna have two benefits from this. The one is going to be they're going to be seen on different platforms using our products, and the other reason is that they will have a positive image in front of their customers because they're stepping into the sustainable innovation. Right? Our vision is to have a plastic-free world. That's our vision. So that's a really big step for the companies to step in. And our study shows that 80% of the shoppers are willing to convert to the sustainability, but because of the high cost, they are not able to do it. And in the beauty care, it's the huge industry of $600 billion. And their customers, 70% of their customers, are willing to switch to the sustainability. So our business model is going to be the revenue stream. So the revenue streams will be advertising partnerships, brands pay to advertise on our sustainable packaging, subscription-based refilling services, and premium customization for beauty companies and cleaning companies. This will allow us to offer free product to the businesses to make adoption easy.
Yes, Dragons. As my colleagues have passionately told you about our company and our ideas, I think it's also important to take a step back and to maybe answer a different question that you all might be asking yourselves. A business model can be a great idea, you can have great leaders behind it, but in the end you need money. It needs to make money. And it does not have to make money in the first month, but it has to make money eventually. And it has to do so within reasonable limits. This is also why there have been made some financial projections. As you can see, within our first 2 years, within our first to 4 years, we're not expected to make great profits at first. However, on the fourth year, we are already expecting a profit target of about 70,000 euros. I would like you to consider this as well, as for an early startup, we are very profitable. We are seeking for 100,000 for 10% equity. The funds will be initially used to support our operations, our marketing mainly. With these funds, we will be able to create a strong start within our sector.
So Dragon, are you ready to be a part of this amazing sustainable innovation?
Thank you. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Oh,
Yeah,
This is
that was my first question.
prototype.
Yeah.
This is our prototype.
Yeah.
So this is a sustainable model, and this shows that for example, Cola pays us to advertise them on this portal. Or for example, just imagine like he owns a beauty company and he wants to add the moisturizer. This is a moisturizing bottle, sustainable. I'm gonna provide this bottle to him for free. The only thing is like there will be a advertisement of another company on the bottle. This is just a prototype. Later we can customize it because it's an eco kind of a thing. So we will ask them. We will tell them that the packaging will be for free, which is going to be like save them a lot of money because of this, and the consumers will accept it because 80% of the consumers are willing to step into the sustainability, but it's not possible because of the it is possible, like very challenging because of the high prices. So this idea, our vision is like to bring this into the market because sustainability is now trending in the market, you know. So we have a vision that this will be trending sooner in the future. We will also expand our reach. We will go to the food and beverages companies and other companies all too. Currently we're starting with the beauty companies and the cleaning companies. And yeah, so that's our idea. This is the bottle, sustainable bottle of a moisturizing bottle and with an advertisement of another company on it. And we will tell the companies this thing that this is going to be like this. So that's how it's going to be free.
Yeah.
You can have it, look at it also.
Yeah.
So to be sure, so if I have if I buy a cleaning bottle
Yeah.
for my toilet, like WC Eend,
Yeah.
you know WC Eend?
Yes.
We from
Toilet.
WC Eend.
We from
WC Eend. Then I have a toilet dog,
Yeah.
but if I have it in my toilet, it says Red Bull. It
No.
could say Red Bull.
It's not per se that we're going to sponsor, we're going to get promotions from those kind of companies. We're going to get promotions from companies that share the same value. So, for example, we have that bottle is a bottle provided to a moisturizer company, right? And we'll have a small reserve square where it will basically promote another company, but the other company is about face wash, some sort of face wash. So it would say, want to see more sustainable products, and then it will say the other company's name.
So it could be a competitor of the
No,
Definitely we're not gonna do that
No,
because
no.
of course it will be harder for the companies to convince that we're going to advertise your competitor on our product. So we will be like a very crucial and not crucial, I mean, but we're going to be very careful while advertising the companies, other brands on the company we're providing the bottles to, and our different products also.
Coca-Cola is just an example, and now it's big on the bottle. I can imagine that when you are talking to the company of WC Eend, that Coca-Cola is on a slight different way is on the bottle. So I wouldn't have WC Eend.
So our vision for this is like in the beginning we're gonna reach out to smaller companies so that we can convince them easily for the moment that they will not have to spend a lot of money on the packaging now, and they can get the packaging for free. So we're gonna start take smaller steps until we're into the market and we are trending. And finally, when we make a trend, this trend that we are stepping into innovation with this idea, then we hope that the other companies will be willing to adopt this model.
Yeah.
So in fact, you are targeting to smaller companies who are willing to go to the EcoFlow packaging,
Yeah.
and you're targeting the larger companies who are paying for advertisements.
Yes.
So, okay, just to be clear, because you mentioned Coca-Cola as an example,
Yeah.
could, like, for a face moisturizer, for example, Shell be the one making a donation or making the sponsoring for putting their brand on a face moisturizer, for example?
As
Is
always,
is that possible?
it's obviously also very dependent on what Shell is wanting to do, because one thing you have to keep in mind is that we do not want to support some kind of greenwashing. If a company wants to become more sustainable, they want to support because you're in a way you're supporting smaller companies to become more sustainable, as like a large company myself, in an example. You should actually be more sustainable. That's obviously also why we exist, because we have to do research into that as well, consider all the options of what they're actually trying to do. Because if they just want to support it, but they don't actually do anything green behind the scenes, if customers are going to be asking, well, this says supported for a greener future,
Right.
when I look at nothing against Shell or something, which is like for example, but when I look at Shell, I don't see any of that.
Right.
That does create a bit of a clash of
Yeah.
wondering like what's going on here.
So who's deciding which brands are on the bottles and which brands can?
Yeah, that's what I would like to add also.
Yeah.
We
1 minute for questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we can add the advertisement ourselves. Also, we can choose it, and if the brand doesn't agrees with that, they can also choose whose advertisement they want on their product. Also.
So you are in the intermediates.
Yeah.
That's your business model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where's the money coming from is always you have part of the Shell funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money will
The Coca-Cola funding.
yeah the money will be coming from the advertisement partnership.
And this
EcoFlow.
that's an existing product.
No.
EcoFlow is the name of our business.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
you do need the product.
Yeah, this is the prototype.
Yeah.
We're showing it to you right now. And once we have the investment, we're gonna start producing. We're not gonna ourselves produce it. We're gonna ask man already existing manufacturer to
Okay.
produce it for us.
You're not gonna start up a factory or something?
Yeah, no, not yet. Later, maybe in the future when we have enough profits or something.
Because you need a lot of different packaging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a different kind of packaging, yeah.
Yeah.
Face resins,
And you are going to the what call it the businesses. You go yourself. You go to the businesses to contact them and to show them the possibilities of working with EcoFlow.
Yeah.
Flow. So you do the three of you. You're going to be a commercial activity is to go to the businesses and try to get them informed and trying to persuade them to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, initially we will indeed do some form of cold calling, you could say. Obviously, we would like, if Dragon is interested, to also create a bigger network. That is also one of the strengths of the Dragons, of course, that we want to leverage.
Okay, dragons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is time to make up your mind.
Yeah.
Ruud.
Yeah, I want to. I think it's a very good idea. Never thought about it, but I think there is a possible, possible way to do this right. So I'm willing to invest the €100,000, dollar, whatever, for 17.5%. Simon.
Instead of the 10.
Yeah.
17.5%.
Yeah.
17.5?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Something to think about. Yeah, I still have a lot of questions, I must admit. So, because of the possibility of conflicting advertisement on a bottle from a branding, I'm still thinking about how this could get wrong in practice. So I'm willing to think with you to elaborate on it, because I think we just tipped the surface now, and there's still a lot to discuss about this. It's very interesting because I think we should go and move to sustainable packaging.
Yeah.
So I really, I'm behind the idea, but I still have a lot of questions before I can say I would invest. But it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I understand. I think it's a little bit harder for the companies even to adopt it, but that's why we will be targeting the smaller companies first.
Mhm.
And the reason, the thing that they will not have to pay for the packaging anymore.
Mhm.
I guess it will be good for them. I mean,
It's,
they will
it's a
be
very
making
good
money.
incentive. But
Yeah.
if it says Coca-Cola on the bottle, then I'm
Well, that's the thing. As I said before, we're going to be asking from, big companies for the ones promoting us. They have to share the same values as us surrounding sustainability
right.
and such. So it's not going to be Coca-Cola. That's just an example.
And it's not only about the money stuff, the consumers are also, the customers are also willing to their companies to move to sustainability.
Yeah.
And they will gain a really positive image in the market.
And like I said, I would definitely want to discuss more about it, but then perhaps you should have thought about a better example, because this is now sticking in my head with the beauty thing, and it doesn't match really for me. So that's why I can't make up my mind about investing, but I hear you already have an offer on the table, so maybe there's an even better offer.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. It was very good,
Thanks so much.
convincing. For me, I wouldn't invest.
Mhm.
So for me, you have a no. But that has nothing to do with what you presented.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in this way of combining brands. I'm very nervous when my brand is in the hands of another player. So branding is communication. It's about the values of your company. And if you put that into the hands of another, I think that's really the biggest problem you have.
Yeah.
But it's for sure very original.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Yes.
Okay, students. You have one dragon that says yes, you have one dragon that says maybe, and you have one dragon that says no. Then I think that's a good score. So thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you so much. And we will accept your offer, man. Thanks so much. It was really nice to meet you.
Hey jongens,
Thank you.
goed gedaan.
Thank you.
Goed gedaan. Ja.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you're done for today.
Have a nice day.
Let's
Alrighty.
go. Let's go. We did it.